You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good afternoon. It's The Bigger Picture and I'm Mira Sivasodi. Michelle Obama is among those trying to lead an American healthy eating revolution, but her efforts have been obstructed at every turn by hostile politicians, the advertising budgets of fast food purveyors, and a stubborn culture of gluttony. Are we in Malaysia heading in the same direction, and how can we do something about this growing concern of obesity before it becomes a national concern? Joining me this afternoon is Leng, a consultant dietitian, to tell us about fast food and its effects on society. Welcome to the show, Leng.
Thank you.
Leng, what do you consider fast food? What is your definition?
For your information, there is probably no universally accepted definition of fast food, but generally, fast food can be classified as any food which can be prepared in a short period. It can come from the hawker food, from the franchise Western type of the food.
Because we often think of burgers and pizzas and hot dogs, but would you say the roti canai or the char kway teow is also fast food?
As long as the food can be prepared in a short period, the char kway teow can be prepared in a short period, it can be classified as fast food as well.
Okay. A fast food diet has a wealth of unhealthy consequences beyond just raising cholesterol. Now, what are some of the side effects?
Of course, there are many side effects of taking high calorie or high fat fast food. As we know, the fast food restaurant has been spread rapidly throughout the country in Malaysia. Even in Kampong, you can easily find fast food outlet. The excessive consumption of fast food has become recognized as one of the contributing factors for obesity. And as we know that prevalence of obesity has been increased drastically in our country. Just to tell you, even among the children in the year 1990, it was only about 1%. But in the year 1997, it has increased to about 6% among the children from 13 to 17 years old. And then, even in the year of 2000, the prevalence of obesity has increased to 8%. As you can see, the figure has gone up drastically. And even among the adults, it has increased to almost 40%.
40?
Yes. For example, out of 100 people who are adults, over 40 people are obese or overweight.
Okay, and who is an obese or an overweight person?
In order to classify as overweight or obese, okay, when you talk about overweight, is their body mass index is above 25. For obese, we normally classify them to have BMI more than 30.
Okay. Do you think that we should be looking at a BMI rate of less than 25?
For Asians, in fact, we are targeting less than 23 because it has been found that with higher BMI than 23, we tend to have higher body fat.
Right.
That's why we should always target less than 23 and below.
Okay, all right. So as Malaysians, 23 and below. Now, we often hear these words being used to promote fast food, and that is, it contains a host of wholesome ingredients. Now, this is marketing that we're talking about. What constitutes wholesome ingredients?
Now, if you search from the dictionary, wholesome food means healthy, hygiene, nutritious, nourishing and beneficial to the health. So if a food is classified as a host of wholesome ingredients, it means that this food must have the characteristics of healthy, hygiene, nutrition, and benefit to the health. A wholesome food or healthy meal normally is high fiber, whole grain, low sugar, and then maybe low cholesterol, low sodium, and rich in vitamins and minerals, and it can be complete in nutrition. Let's take sandwich as an example. How to classify a sandwich as a wholesome ingredients? The bread itself maybe is made of a whole grain bread, and talking about the fish, it can be come from the lean fish and something like that, or lean meat, and then it is prepared with a lot of vegetables with less sauce. So these whole sandwiches can be classified as so-called wholesome food if it is modified towards healthy concept.
Is it correct to assume that because most fast food is inexpensive, it is usually made of cheaper ingredients?
Not all fast food is inexpensive, Mira. Some may be expensive, but if the fast food is inexpensive, the fast food outlet owner may have their own plant or factory to produce their fast food ingredients, or they may buy the ingredients in bulk, you see. So just to share with you, a few years ago, I visited a fast food ingredient supplier factory, and I was told that the nuggets that they make is actually made of almost 80% of chicken skin. Now, why is it that they do so? Because they would like to maximize the usage of the poultry. They would like to reduce the wastage. So therefore, in order to minimize wastage, they try to fully utilize whatever food they have in the poultry. So they put a lot of chicken skin into the nuggets.
Okay, now we're not going to say, oh my goodness, that sounds terrible, but okay, we're not going to say don't eat fast food, but when would you say it's healthy to eat fast food?
Okay, now in my opinion, it is healthier to eat fast food when we make a healthier choice, yeah? So now how to make a healthier choice at fast food restaurant? For example, very simple, go back to the principle of healthy food choices. Yeah? First, cut down the oily food. Just choose food which is grilled, roasted, toasted instead of deep fry. Choose grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. Baked or mashed potato instead of fried potato. Discard chicken skin and fatty part of the meat. Include more vegetables such as salad, but remember to take less sauce or less dressing.
Okay.
Yeah, as it contains high calorie and high fat. And avoid soft drink or sugary drink. Maybe we can opt for freshly squeezed or no sugar added fruit juice or plain tea, plain water. And cut down the chili sauce or tomato sauce. Now we tend to have the habit of dipping the chicken or maybe French fries into the chili sauce or tomato sauce. So that is a very bad habit because chili sauce or even tomato sauce is actually high in sodium content. And maybe last but not least, portion control is very important. Always remember that super size of food is equals to super size of you. Do not be attracted by the value of money, by the promotion of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having said that, fast food operators do provide a good range of meal options. I mean, you even have porridge and salads nowadays. It isn't that bad, is it, Leng?
Just for information, Ministry of Health is enforcing guidelines of nutrition labeling of fast food with the aim of educating the consumers to be smart and discerning consumers. Yeah. Now, even though fast food outlet has nutrition labeling, yeah, we as consumers still we have to choose food smartly. Don't be misled by the labeling of so-called healthy or nutritious meal by certain fast food owner. Yeah, so avoid food which is high fat, high sugar, high calorie. Choose food which is low sugar and complex carbohydrate and high fiber.
Okay, when you talk about labeling, right? You said choose food that is low in fat. What are we looking out for on the label?
Normally food, when they claim to have low fat, it means that their fat content could be less than 3 grams per 100 grams. So that is so-called low fat. So if we take that kind of food, definitely it is important for us to choose that kind of food, yeah. But portion control is still very important. Now, even though a food is claimed to have low fat, but we need to control the portion of it. If we eat too much, it becomes high fat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we all know fast food is bad for us. We know it, right? But we continue to eat it because it tastes really good. Are we genetically programmed to high-calorie foods?
In my opinion, yeah, whether we genetically programmed to it, of course, I'm not sure. But it is important to train our taste bud. Take the children as an example. If you always expose the children to the salty food at their very early age, definitely they get used to the salty food. And if you give them normal food, they'll find it very tasteless. Same thing goes to adult. So our taste bud can be trained. It is important for us to gradually train our taste bud in order to get used to the normal food, which is not salty, not high in fat, not high in calories.
Okay, would you say fast food is addictive?
I don't think fast food is addictive, but most of the time it is actually the marketing strategy of the most of the industry to use any way to attract the people. Most people are attracted to this kind of fast food mainly because of the media, maybe because of the influence of the advertisement. So we as consumers, we have to be smart.
Coming up, we find out whether we should include another sort of condiment. That's an interesting one. We'll find out on the Bigger Picture BFM 89.9.
You're listening to BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good afternoon. It's the Bigger Picture and I'm Mira Sivasodi. We are talking about fast food this afternoon with consultant dietitian Leng. Now, Leng, eating in moderation is always the mantra. But when we talk about fast food, what would you say is moderation? You spoke about portion sizes. What is the proper or the appropriate portion size?
Let's come back to this moderation. When we talk about moderation, we emphasize a lot on frequency and in terms of the moderation in portion size. So let's talk the frequency as an example. Now, when I ask my patient, most of my patients will tell me, oh, I don't take much of the fast food. I don't take frequently fast food. So, but when I explore more, yeah, they told me, in fact, they've been taking about 4 to 5 times in a week. So to them, 4 to 5 times is not frequent, but definitely 4 to 5 times is very frequent. Yeah? A study was actually done at 12 primary school in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor under a program called Program Sekolah Sehat in year 2003 with the aim of promoting healthy lifestyle to primary school children in Malaysia. So a total of 786 children were evaluated during the baseline, while follow-up was done on 635 of the children. Yeah? Now, surprisingly, it was found that in terms of frequency of fast food consumption among these children there were about 12% of the children, which is equivalent to about 94 children, taking fast food every day. Very high frequency. 20.2%, 157 children taking twice or more a week. Okay, and then about 38.5% take fast food once a week, and about 23.2% once or more than once a month, and then 6.1% taking rarely of this fast food. We found that Malaysians are taking fast food very frequently, so we need to cut down in terms of frequency. If you take one time of fast food in maybe 3 months or 4 months time, it is of course can be acceptable. But if you take fast food 3 to 4 times or 4 to 5 times in a week, that is actually considered a lot. Now come back to the portion size. The super duper size of the food that you take, you also will become super duper size. Yeah. So now definitely we need to control the portion of the fast food. Let's take an example. If you go to fast food outlet, yeah, and normally what are the food that we normally order? Yeah, it will be 2 pieces of the chicken, yeah, fried chicken. That can give us about 542 calories. Yeah, and then you order 1 regular size of the mashed potato. That can give you about 87 or 90 calories. And 1 coleslaw, 1 scoop of the coleslaw, 60 calories. French fries, regular size, 290 calories. And you add 1 more cup of the soft drink, yeah, that can give you about 150 calories. So in total, in that set of the fast food, you are actually taking about 1,100 calories. So how to burn it off, yeah, with so high calories? That is what we call as portion size, which is too big. So how to cut down the portion size? First thing is that we can actually cut down the portion size to half, even lesser than half, by maybe just maintain 2 pieces of chicken but remove chicken skin. And then mashed potato, yes, you can order mashed potato instead of ordering French fries. Yeah, because mashed potato will give you about 90 calories as compared to French fries, which is about 290 calories. And then yes, you can maintain with 1 scoop of the coleslaw, and don't order the soft drink. You may order a cup of the tea or coffee, yeah, or maybe plain water. So that can give you about 400 to even less than 500 calories. So from there, you can actually cut down the portion size.
Would you say the 1,100 calories is also the same as a plate of mee goreng and teh tarik?
It's more than that. Definitely, it's actually double of that.
Mee goreng and teh tarik.
One plate of mee goreng will give you about maximum about 500 calories. If you plus the teh tarik, that will be about maybe 100 to 200 calories. So you are actually taking more than that portion size.
Okay.
So imagine if we order that set of the fast food, we are taking too high calories. So it's important for us to cut down the portion size of it by modifying it.
What about roti canai? I always wondered.
Oh, roti canai we normally give you about 300 to maybe 350 calories per piece.
Per piece?
Yes, per piece.
Yeah, and we don't stop at 1.
Yeah. Sometimes we even order the roti canai with onion, with fried eggs
inside. Yes, roti telur.
Roti telur.
Okay, there are ways to actually enjoy a burger. There are ways to enjoy a pizza. There's a way to enjoy mee goreng, nasi goreng, char kway teow. How do we do it?
How to make it healthier? We can actually modify it. First, burger, we can actually remove some of the cream.
But how do you do that?
Just remove it by using the spoon. Very easy.
All right.
Do not add too much of the chili sauce or tomato sauce, because that contains very high sodium. So that is about the burger. Yeah. And then what about pizza? Pizza normally comes in the big portion. We can actually share with our friends, and then maybe do not order pizza which is prepared with extra cheese. Just order ordinary or normal pizza. And in terms of the hot dog, of course, I think it is very difficult to order the boiled hot dog. I don't think it's available in the fast food outlet. So again, portion size is important. Yeah, share with your friends, and then order side dish of, for example, you can order the salad, but control the amount of the salad dressing. So that is on the way of modification.
Okay, researchers from Imperial College in London say that taking a low dose of statin, now statin is a pill designed to lower cholesterol, can actually neutralize the unhealthy effects of burgers, chips and fatty food. Now they suggest offering the statin alongside unhealthy condiments such as ketchup and mayonnaise. Is this a rational way of lowering some of the risks of eating a fatty meal?
Statin should be taken under the prescription and supervision of doctor. One should not simply take statin to neutralize the unhealthy effect of the fast food. Moreover, we do not know the efficacy level of the statin in order to reduce the cholesterol level. So my advice is that please do not take statin in order to neutralize the unhealthy effect of fast food.
Okay. Do you feel diets go in fashions?
Maybe this is always the marketing strategy of fast food industry to attract people to eat their food. Yeah? So they even give attractive gimmicks and may also go according to festive season. So yep, marketing strategy of the fast food industry.
Do you feel a fast food diet would ever go out of fashion?
I don't think so. Okay, if it goes out of fashion, the fast food industry will think of any way to attract people with many ways.
Yeah, but
they are very creative.
Yeah, but it would save us in terms of health.
Yeah.
Worldwide, actually.
Okay.
When you put on weight, do those fat cells magically disappear?
No, definitely no.
I've always wondered.
No. If we gain weight, the size of the cell will increase. So that is the reason why we gain weight. When we eat a food which is high in calorie, then our fat cell will increase. So that is the reason why we gain weight.
Okay. And does this mean that, once I lose that weight, it's easy to put it back on?
Once we lose weight, definitely the fat cell will reduce in terms of size. We have to maintain it by doing more physical activities.
So it is more difficult then. Once you've put it on and taken it off, it's a little bit more difficult to maintain.
You can still maintain it by being more physical active.
Okay. It was announced last month that the Los Angeles City Council had implemented a permanent ban on new fast food restaurants opening in south of LA. Now, do you think this is a harsh move?
Now, as far as I know, it is estimated that fast food outlet in LA accounts for roughly 45% of restaurant, which is equivalent to almost 1,000 fast food restaurants in that area. They have about 30% of people who are obese in that area. That was the reason why they have to ban the new opening of the fast food. Of course, to me, I don't think it's a harsh move. They must have reason why they do that. This is one of the way to reduce the prevalence of obesity.
Okay. Do you think we should go in that sort of direction?
Maybe not yet. It depends on government.
Yeah.
Maybe in time coming, our government could be doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
If the obesity prevalence is very high. Who knows?
Right. But at the end of the day, the decision lies with the consumer.
Definitely.
What's your final advice?
My final advice is that most of us can't resist to the fast food. A key word is practice moderation and balance and be physically active if we have to eat fast food. Cut down the frequency, don't take fast food too frequent, and control the portion of the fast food. Do not overindulge fast food.
Thank you very much. Leng, a consultant dietitian, talking to us about the effects of fast food on The Bigger Picture, BFM 89.9.
BFM 89.9, the business station.